What's going on? So, we have the Sony ZV-E1. I don't have it here today, unfortunately, but yeah, no, I literally went online and just did some research in terms of this. I went onto Fstoppers. I looked at, you know, trying to create a new video. This popped up, literally, and it's blown my mind in terms of what Sony have done to this camera to be this small and compact as well. So literally this camera has been used by content creators and vloggers. Sony did release a video about 3 months ago about it as well, just introducing the vlog camera and in terms of all its features and stuff like that, which I was impressed by in terms of the editing and stuff that I saw of that video as well. One feature I did like was the AI stabilization in terms of getting everyone or getting in person. Like you can literally have the AI tracking you while you're moving as well. It also does the exact same thing in terms of this camera as well. Yep, no, it did that. Yep. So this camera can also do that as well. So I'm less impressed. I'm joking. But no, this camera has a lot of features which I will be telling you. So this camera has an abundant amount of buttons, custom buttons, and it's also got it's also full frame, which is a great thing. Besides this camera as well, it's found in some Sony cameras like the FX3 and the A7 III as well. And so it's also got a flip out screen. It's also got a touch screen and the ability to swipe left and right and up and down as well. And so one of the biggest draws towards this camera as well is the ISO of how much you can put in. 409,600 ISO. That is insane number that I just said right there. It's also got a dynamic range and the crazy low light as well ability to take video or photos even. And this camera is literally for people who want to upgrade their videos from vlogging towards magnificent video quality, which is mind-blowing, as Sony's probably very good in terms of its film. So for this camera, you can actually automatically set for a cinematic look as well in terms of, and you can also have a custom LUT, which you can actually play around with your exposure and what type of style you want. It's not what the camera wants, it's what you want today in terms of Sony. It's also got a new dynamic mode with 30% more effective than traditional active mode. This feature aims to give around with a gimbal style look, so you don't even need a gimbal for that camera. You don't even need a tripod, or let's go with gimbal because tripods, you need a tripod for your light or whatever. But this can actually be really smooth. It's probably, if not the smoothest thing ever. Like if you're moving around and you're shaking, it's just gonna stay still. It's just gonna stay still. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute, what the fuck? What? How is it that I don't even need a gimbal? I don't even need a gimbal anymore. If I'm gonna get the camera, of course. And also the AI tracking also works with this, as I just said. That is probably the biggest thing in terms of cameras these days. They also need AI tracking because, like, you don't really want to be having manual focus in, because like people who do use manual focus, I know some people who use them, but I'd rather have the auto, and then that way if it's got like the people, animals and stuff like that in it, I'll obviously put it on people, so then it tracks me and also takes photos for people on motorcycles or stuff like that. And so it's also got the ability to, when you're videoing as well, it can actually has the ability to walk and track you at the same time. So if you've got a subject who's walking, talking and whatnot, and they're moving around a bunch, it's gonna keep on doing it unless you're just standing like this and then just move out the frame like that. But it will just gonna keep on tracking just like that. It's just gonna keep on tracking. I think that's pretty good in terms of all its features. Also got an inbuilt mic. No, it's not a crappy inbuilt mic. It's probably just as good as a normal one. I know that for a fact. That they're stepping into the right direction in terms of inbuilt mics. It's also got the ability to auto isolate your audio from behind the camera or in front of the camera, which is insane. Which is pretty good in terms of its inbuilt, because inbuilt mics are pretty shit. But like in terms of this person here who did the article with Fstoppers, he said that like he compared his Yeti mic to the inbuilt one of the Sony ZV-E1, and they said that there was not really much of a difference. He just thought that his would be a bit more echoer or whatnot, which is good in terms of inbuilt mics. It's usually inbuilt camera mics are pretty bad, like they're pretty bad. But usually you have to have a Rode or something like that, which Rode is the most popular one. But you know, you don't need one, but it's great to have it if you got the budget for it anyway. So yeah, that is all for the Sony ZV-E1. So yeah, hope you guys do like and subscribe, turn on notifications for any more camera reviews or whatnot. Please let me know down in the comments if you do like Sony, Canon, Nikon or anything like that, and tell me all about if you're a videographer or a photographer, and what camera brand you use as well. So yeah, this will be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy this. See you guys later.